This is going to be my last VOD review from this event because this is actually my last match from this event. I'm playing against DDRChad. As always, if you're not following AgeAken, this is their VOD from the event. They do a lot of rhythm game stuff, primarily focusing on Dance Rush. So at this point in the day, Chad and I were both pretty tilted. Neither of us were really doing well in the event, and neither of us were really having a great time. So we really did talk to each other and kind of have this moment of like, man, let's just go hit some arrows and have a good time and pretend we're playing casuals because we're both too annoyed to do anything else at this point. And I'm glad that we're both able to have a good time because I feel like I couldn't tell at this point. I heard him dicking around a little bit, but I didn't know if that was how he always played. It certainly wasn't the one time we played before, and that wasn't what he had done during any other matches, but I wasn't sure if he was even playing seriously at this point, so I kind of just went, I'm going to ignore all that. Usually I see people dicking around like this, and I also want to start freestyling and spinning and doing crazy shit. This is the one time that I said, you know what, I'm just going to play like normal. I'm going to play like I'm actually trying to get score and not start to get into this. Just in case, he is still actually trying. And it turns out he was just having a good time with it, which I appreciate he was able to have a good time with it, because, like, neither of us was really enjoying the event too much about 10 minutes before this. And it's definitely true. Like, he does have very strong timing. I didn't have a lot of good options, and I knew he had the first ability to take off of my card, so he was very likely to take whatever my 15 was. My preparation for the event also had me try Struggle. So I practiced Struggle a fair amount, but I wasn't timing really well in the last couple of days before the actual event. So I eventually just bailed on that and went with this as it's somewhat safer. I'm usually very good up until the very end. Yeah, I'm a little bit sad looking back at this because I really was not timing well. Yeah, and that happens to me so often, where I'll just get to the end of this and something bad happens. He didn't particularly time the ending well either, but got just enough. Just to make my standard point, right? Just to say it one more time, right? Just so everyone's on the page. I think I've now won every song on Money Score. But that's the way I play, right? That's generally going to be the way I play. I generally full combo everything. I'm not the person that's going to put things on risky high-speed mods and hope they work out. I'm the person that's going to make sure and full combo everything because I'm a pump player. It happens. So Chad was actually the hardest for me to try and deal with because I knew his picks. Like, I got a chance to see all of his picks, right? He was going to have all four of his up because he picked first and I picked second. So nobody else had a chance to take anything off of his card first. But he is the only person that has a very, very safe 17 against me. He's very good at Voltissimo. And I am staggeringly bad at Voltissimo. I do have a PFC on it, but I have a PFC with like 3 times his perfect count on it. Also, he ran back there. You can kind of see it on the things. He ran back there to go get his towel because he realized he needed it, and then he went back, talked to Blue, came back, and then went, I still don't have my towel. Yeah, here's his 31 PFC. Here's my 3 greats. I did a bunch of practice on this sort of in preparation for it. Like, I knew it was going to be his 18. As I mentioned in the previous video, the options were Air Heroes, Prey, Expert, and Max 360. So I did a lot of practice on all 3 of those, and this was by far my worst of the 3. Also, due to noise concerns in the place, I literally couldn't hear this intro, so I was a little bit annoyed to start with that grade there, but whatever. I know the only reason I'm going to have any chance here is if he's just having trouble with playing an 18 in public. You know, just hope he's inconsistent at a tournament and hope it works out. Yeah, that's annoying. That one's me. That one's me. That's me just being bad. Yeah, I look over and I'm already going, look, I needed to be ahead by more than this because my timing in these sections is just not going to keep up. we're not going to keep up with the person that has like a 30 PFC on the song that has 700 arrows. I generally will pick myself at 200 BPM, or sorry, 210 BPM over just about anybody, but for some reason there's something about the second half of this song that I think is really weirdly synced, and it just never goes well for me. Also, this is a very rare thing. You'll see me actually playing something at the same speed as my opponent. That never happens to me. And he times way better than me here at the end to kind of run away with it right at the end. It's definitely not a great score for either one of us, but actually his is worse compared to his best. Oh, I finally lose one. I'm finally down on money score for one. Finally. This is much worse compared to his best. This is actually somewhat comparable to my best. My best is like 70-something in 3 greats. So this is actually not a really terrible result for me, but definitely not enough on the day. Again, it's really nice to be able to play with Chad and get that match in, but it's definitely one of those things that I was hoping would go a little bit better. My plan for getting through the day was to let Chad take the 15 off of my card, and then everybody else would either have to play me at an 18 or basically be sight reading something. So for it to all sort of fall apart in the very first match and then just keep sort of spiraling away from me was not making me real happy. By this point, you know, I do apologize. I got kind of sulky and definitely avoided people for about an hour after this. I was not super happy, but you know, with some distance, I can look back over it and be okay about it. It's definitely awesome to play with like super top players. Have fun with it. I did AAA at least 2 of the 18s. I don't think I AAA'd Paranoia Rev, but I AAA'd several 18s in a tournament and didn't win them. Oh, I AAA'd Schrodinger's Cat as well. Yeah, so I AAA'd several 18s in a tournament and didn't win them, and that happens, you know. What can you say at that point? Not my greatest showing ever. I'm not super happy with the result, but that's on me. I am going to go ahead and try and get ready for both events at Eclipse East, which is coming up in about 2 months. Hope to do a little bit better. Hope to have some more fun with the VOD reviews in the future. Thank you for everybody who came out and was supporting in the chat, and thank you for everybody who was supporting in person, obviously at Mistake on the Lake. And yeah, hope to do a little bit better for y'all in the future. I'll go back and get some more standard videos up on the channel after this weekend. I'm finally home, so I'm able to play again. We'll get some better recordings, and I will catch you guys very shortly. Have a good night.